Welcome to the Detroit Cast with Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Michael,
How are you, my friend?
I'm scooting over to my left a little bit. The sun's right in my eyes.
Oh, man. Do we need to close the shade?
I'm fine.
Okay.
It's good to be with you.
Yeah, it's good to be with you as well, as always. I'm miserable right now. I keep itching, like right here below my left eye.
What happened, man?
Well, it's just so dry. It's so cold that I'm just like dry skin, and I'm just like,
chapstick?
I keep itching like right below my eye, and I need to put something on it.
Need
but
to eye black it more, dude.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
My elbows too. I'm ashy. I'm ashy right
You
now.
heard of lotion, man.
I know. I put a little bit on, but then it goes away. I need better lotion, maybe.
Are you drying yourself out with the soap you're using, Mike?
I could be. Yeah.
More of a moisturizer.
Well, I don't know if I told you, but I'm in this weird soap spot right now. Spot. What soap do you use? Do you have a brand? Are you like an Irish Spring guy?
No, it's like an all-in-one, body wash.
So you're
whatever.
not buying like fucking it's lavender, blah
I'm
blah
not,
blah,
no.
handmade soap. See, I got from usually Beth, but my mom too. Occasionally, like at Christmas or something, it would be like, oh, here's a soap that I bought at a fucking, at a fair in Northern California. Yeah,
I thought women gave that to women. I didn't.
They do.
I didn't know dudes got that. Jesus, ever get some
Of
soap?
course not. That's a stupid question. Of course he hasn't. But I ran out of Irish Spring, or at least it's hiding from me. I like the one. It's just, it smells fine. It lathers good. I don't care. I don't need anything else. And I can't find. I know I have, because I bought one of those like bricks that you get at like
bars
Costco.
of soap, man. Ugh. I can't imagine using bars of soap anymore. Why would
What do you use?
Just what Jay said.
wash,
All
body
three
wash?
body wash. Hair, skin,
Okay,
whatever.
we're not gonna go down the road of debating whether or not body lotion.
Well, I don't know,
soap or
dude. You're the
bar
guy
soap.
sitting here telling me that lavender soap is better than.
No, I didn't say that at all. I'm just
Plus-
saying I just had a bunch of them, so I can't find the others, and I'm like, oh god, I gotta use something. Hold on, I
Okay.
gotta use something. So I've got all these weird shaped fucking soaps that have
with
just
little ribbons around them and shit.
ribbons.
Oh my
or
god!
weird packaging with a sticker on there.
What the hell is going on
Dude,
here?
it's just been sitting in a drawer. I didn't throw it away. I didn't buy it. It's just there. And so I'm like, I don't have anything else, so I'll use this. And they don't lather right, and so maybe that's drying me out. I don't know if my cocoa butter handmade from an art booth is somewhere in the country soap,
right.
with a handmade label on it. Who knows what's in there?
The
Yeah,
other
it's
thing about
like
the
Fight
bar
Club,
of
you know?
soap,
Yeah.
It could be human fat.
Exactly. There you go.
I know it's soap, but the reality is, dude, you're rubbing the same shit. You're rubbing your balls or your arms with that shit
Great point, E.
every day versus squeezing out a fresh new thing of soap.
Yeah, but E, a bar of soap is soap. It cleans
It's clean.
itself.
Yeah,
but-
it self cleans.
Eh.
It
Is
lathers.
there anything worse though than a pube on a soap
no,
bar?
No.
God,
See?
No,
exactly.
Like a pube
it
on
used
a
to
on a
freak me
seat.
out like growing up.
Yeah.
You jump in the family shower and say, God damn it, there's a pube on this thing.
Did you ever know? Were you like, is that weed or is that?
Dude, I would
My
sit there
mom-
and I would hold it with like thumb and forefinger by a corner as best I could
Yeah.
without it slipping out of my hand. I just let the water run on it until it knocked that pube down the drain.
Really, you wouldn't?
I wouldn't.
You couldn't scrape or?
Oh God, the
help it
fingernail
along?
scrape? No,
no, I
that's-
wouldn't fingernail scrape, but I'd scrape it on something else. or
Oh,
the
what a
drain or something.
nightmare, man.
Yeah, that is a nightmare.
You're imagining like, is this my mom's pubes? Is
This
this my
dad's?
dad's? Is this my
Obviously, my
brother's?
mom shaves, so it's not her.
I'm
What happened
short.
with body
I'm
wash?
short nipples to knees. So
I
you
know.
it's not mine.
But dude, I know, and this still creeps me out when you go into a public restroom and you see it on a toilet seat or a urinal.
Oh
it's like,
God!
look at that
who the
guy.
Hell,
Who was the
hell
guy
is
with the?
sitting there just like raking out their pubes at the urinal?
Is that what's
you know?
going on?
I think so.
And sometimes you see one where it's like, dude, that has got to be. If you extended that to be 6 inches long,
I agree.
the fucking animal that's had this.
Yeah.
It's just. Do women deal with this, or is this strictly a men
I
thing?
don't know.
'Cause it just freaks me the fuck
They
out,
must
man.
deal with the soap thing if they have a family, right? The bar of soap. Everybody. Oh God.
Yeah. I haven't dealt with that in so
Yeah, I
long,
know.
And honestly, I haven't seen a pube on a bar of soap of mine, and I can't tell you how long.
Well,
So-
are you shorting nipples to knees? As I am?
Usually,
Yeah.
you get in a depressive state and a funk, and sometimes, Manscaped grooming goes by the wayside for a couple months. But no, I'm not having a problem with that. But that's the worst.
It's so
Oh,
gross.
so bad. So anyway, that's that. Yeah, my dry eye led to pubes on a toilet seat. Wow, this show is amazing. It's amazing.
Never know where it's gonna go.
The rabbit holes we can go down. I thought, Jay, maybe today, because we'll get into a lot of the horse shit going on, more with the Native American and the fucking MAGA hat, that kind of thing. And I'm really pissed off about that story.
I heard the MAGA hat is the new white hood.
Oh, it is. It's a Klan. It is. Yeah, according to Alyssa Milano, it's the new Klan white hooded hat. So, which is great. Not divisive at all, and certainly helps in the discussion as we move forward as a country. So, thank you, Alyssa, for that. But I figured before we get into all this shit, why don't we laugh a little bit first?
Sure.
And there's a video. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, and you probably would want to see it again. But it's a trans dude, and this came out, I think, over the holidays, which is why it was never mentioned here. We're off for a little bit, and then it's like I forgot about it. For some reason, it popped into my head. I was like, oh, yeah, we should. I don't know if Jay's seen that.
I've not seen this.
But it's just a lady. Just a lady. And my contention is
dainty little lady.
Yeah. 6'5", 240 lady. My contention has always been they're a lady until blood starts boiling, and then the lack of lady comes into play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We saw this with the Arquette woman where it's like someone said the wrong thing, and all of a sudden it was the rage of a man came
ready
up
to
and was
rumble.
like,
yeah.
freak the fuck out, And so this poor lady is going into. Why is that video only 1:36? The one I showed you was like 3 minutes.
Oh,
long.
Jesus.
No, this is the whole video.
Are you? No, there's a much longer one.
Are we to trust
I think the one you had was bleeped actually on your phone.
Okay,
This one's unbleeped.
I'll stay with you on this one. But just a little lady, and I don't know what the thing is. I think we've been mispronouned. I think pronouns are supposed to, like, excuse me, sir, I'm sorry. One of those things. I'm sorry, sir, we don't take that. It's like,
and she loses it.
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, think about it. If you went into a store and someone went, look, ma'am, you might take offense to that too, which this clear young lady.
Oh my God, I forgot about this. When I was in Texas and we were getting our lift back to the airport Sunday morning, I don't even know why I would assume, for some reason in my head, I just had this assumption that the driver was a guy. Never looked at the name, never looked at anything.
Oh, no.
And I started to go in the front seat. I'm like, oh, hey, man, sorry, just 1 second. My friend's out here. And then I looked down, I'm like, oh, fuck, she's a girl. And it was like, she didn't even look like a man at all. And so I
just weren't paying attention. It's
yeah,
not that she had like a buzz cut.
No, it wasn't like that. But in my mind, I just sort of went to realizing that, like, I just didn't even know who, didn't look at the name and just assumed it was a guy. I don't know why, but it was really uncomfortable because I'm just like, oh man, I'm so sorry.
Can't ladies be Lyft drivers too?
I've had plenty of Lyft drivers that are ladies. I don't know what the deal was, but it was
it's like a dangerous gig for chicks. Picking up, because usually when you're getting one of those, you're either going to the airport or you're drunk.
Yeah.
And it's like picking up a drunk guy at 2 a.m. And if you're a lady, especially if you're cute.
I felt really bad though. Anyway, that was just my point. But.
All right, let's hit play on this, and I'll show you this, Jay. Lady.
This is at GameStop.
Give me my fucking money back.
Excuse me, sir. There's a young man in here.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
I can call the police if you'd like me to. You need to settle down.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay? Ma'am, once again, ma'am.
I said both of you.
No, you said sir. Once again, it's ma'am.
I actually said both of you guys. It was general.
Right beforehand, you fucking said sir.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Settle down, lady.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
I apologize.
Motherfucker.
I apologize.
So you'll show the shirt outside?
Oh, okay.
Hold on, we're not done yet.
I need your corporate number because I'm going to call them and talk about how it's misgendered several times in this store.
Yeah.
I need your corporate number now.
Motherfucker.
Look at him standing there with pink shoes
Get
on.
it for me now.
Purse on the shoulder.
Calm down and stop cussing.
Give me your corporate number.
I will
I'm
dick
gonna ask
slap
you
you.
for the 5th time to stop calling me a man because quite clearly I am not.
And I apologize. I'm sorry for that, man.
I don't know about that.
Is that okay?
Yes, get it for me now.
I'm asking you to stop
Get it
cussing.
for me now. I'm not cussing. I'm not cussing.
Okay.
Get me the damn number now, please. Ooh.
Ma'am, I apologize.
Ooh.
He's growling.
The filmer has taken cover at this point.
Yeah.
Behind an aisle. Yeah, we got veins
No,
popping.
you're just going to keep bumping your gums. You're just going to keep bumping your gums and disrespecting trans people in this store, which I plan on telling the entire LGBTQ community. You're going to lose money over this.
When I'm quite clearly a lady.
Seriously,
It's clear that I'm a lady.
Did you notice what he said at one point there? He said, I'll take you outside and show you.
Yeah.
So who is he talking about?
I think he's gonna
Show you a man.
She's gonna identify as a dude once they get outside. Maybe.
Sure.
I don't
Which
know.
we know is okay. I was thinking about this issue the other day, Jay, because it's like, the what is the IOC, the Olympic Committee, and different colleges, they're trying to define the rules for when dudes go like, I'm a lady, I want
Yeah.
to be on the track team, and then they just dust the chicks
Yeah.
or whatever. And it's like,
If some dude's
Well-
shameless enough, man, he could take it all away.
and honestly, financially, the gain is through the roof. A scholarship, you want to join the Olympic team,
Now's
you
the
want to
time, man.
be on a Wheaties box, it's go time. But it's like, well, yeah, I know it's a lady that used to be a man, but she's taking the necessary steps to bring down the testosterone level. And I'm thinking like, hey, that's her. She feels like, why do we have to take testosterone levels down? Why are you trying to alter
Yeah, I know.
the system of this person? Why would you need to do that? It's like you're telling her that she's not good enough the way she is.
Almost like biology is like
Yeah.
defining that person.
Fuck that. I think
Weird.
it's transphobic if you make one of these ladies start dropping their testosterone levels, don't you? It's like, let that young girl go express herself on the diamond out on
Yeah.
the field somewhere, and just, may the best lady win.
It's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
few practical problems there.
I don't like it, man. Knock it off. This is transphobic. All this, altering your DNA, taking testosterone level. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
I can't
Don't like
believe
it.
he said that in that statement. He goes, clearly I'm a lady. Like,
How funny would it be that the whole room just lights up with laughter? Ah! Who would have gone on a tear, dude? The guys,
Oh,
and the
man.
kid behind the counter, the poor kid behind the counter is just like, listen, sir, you people, he doesn't know what to say. He's flustered.
It sounded like from his early argument, he had at one time referred to you guys. All I
Yes.
said was you guys, like both of you guys.
You guys, calm down,
Yeah.
stop.
I did have a.
It's the third time you've misgendered me. Clearly, I'm a lady.
I did have that happen. I forgot about Big Boy one time. Just doing the generic thing as a waiter, like, hey, can I get you guys some more water or some shit? And some lady really took offense to it, just like, we are clearly not guys. And I had to get into the thing, like, oh, man, I just, what I
remember
meant.
teachers doing that, like the generation above us,
Yeah.
taking issue with. Yeah, you don't refer to ladies as guys. Like,
I
alright,
get it,
it's
I get it.
Totally just shorthand. Come on.
It is. Why? Isn't it kind of just like bitch-like though to even complain about that?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I call
weird.
my mom dude. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really think my mom's a dude, but I'll be like, dude, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, there's no ill will. The intent is not to shame or misgender anybody, but
Right.
I don't know. I can't follow the rules unless we go like
It's tough.
what
I
was
need a rule book.
what was it, Rainbow Hope or whatever? That
Oh,
I'm a-
dude,
I'm a being.
Rainbird. Yeah, who was that? Isis.
Dove bird,
Dove.
dove,
Oh,
Oh,
rain dove.
rain
Yeah.
dove, dove rain, rain
Mm,
dove, whatever.
something.
The
You're
being.
right.
Yeah, I'm just a being. I'm not a them. I'm not a her or a him. I am a being.
That was the Rose McGowan story, right?
yes.
Yeah.
And we were
Rain
just like,
Dove, you're right.
Rain dove. Yes, you are a being. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Androgynous.
It makes it hard to
Amazing.
read the article too. That's the
Yeah.
best part. It's like, wait, because it just you're
'Cause
used to
it's
seeing
it, them, they,
they.
the being.
I
Yeah, it was weird.
love it.
Hey, everybody, check out the DetroitCast listener business page. It's a page under the Help the Show tab on our website, DetroitCast.com. The page includes businesses owned by listeners. Take a look. It'd be great for you to support fellow listeners who support the show. And today's featured listing is PC Solutions. You ever wish you had a computer nerd at your beck and call?
Oh, I do.
We know just the guy, listener AA Ron of PC Solutions. He's the best.
The
Contact
best.
him with all of your company's IT needs at 734-517-9934. Mention the Detroit Cast, and PC Solutions will provide your company a free website evaluation.
Hey, I know you guys have basically taken a knee on the NTL, the National Tackle-Ball League. Dude, yesterday was amazing
Yeah.
for the sport. That was so fun
I-
to watch. Two
Boy.
championships games going into overtime.
But as discussed, that Saints outcome was
Yeah.
really a problem, man.
brutal. And we can mention that, I guess we talked about it yesterday because we watched the end of that game, and then we started the show right when the Chiefs Patriots game started. So I didn't get to watch it till hours later or whatever. But yeah, that Saints game is going to be a real problem. Real problem. You know what I mean? Like, that is way too big of a fuck up.
I know this isn't a unique thought, but what if they just went, because isn't the biggest complaint about the NTL the stoppage, the constant stoppage, the review, all this
Yeah.
stuff. Just the nature of the game. It's so herky-jerky anyway than to stop it and look at the play again over and over and over. And did it touch Julian Edelman's arm or not?
Yeah.
And they spend 5 minutes looking at that. What if they just eliminate all replay? Instead of what we were talking about yesterday, like going to really, have a replay over the big issues. What if they just eliminate the whole thing?
No,
They go, fuck it. It's holding up the game, and we're just going to let it happen as it happens on the field.
Well, that won't happen. It won't. But I understand where you're going with that argument, because it has gotten to the point where I cannot watch a football game live. I have to let it go for an hour and then fast forward through all the shit, because it's just way too long. And
But that's what I'm talking about, right?
No, I know, but that's the way I combat it. Like, I can't sit here and watch every time there's a stupid play, every scoring play, every interception. We need to watch it and see if did any part of that ball cross? It's like, dude, it's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Move on. Go. This shit where a guy's like falling, he's clearly falling into the end zone, but his fucking part of his knee touched the grass right there. He's done and you're like, dude, what are we squabbling over? A quarter of an inch. He fell into the end zone. It's a touchdown.
Yeah, so
next.
what if you just go back to completely human element? You just go, you know what?
You can't.
It is what it is.
You can't do it, because there's the technology is there to do that. What they're doing though is going to New York and then going to a commercial break and then coming back, and it's like,
lost me. I'm done with it.
I don't blame you.
As mentioned many times, I just don't watch the game anymore because I can't. It doesn't hold my interest. I wonder how many people are like me.
Yeah,
like that have
probably
actually
a lot.
that have actually dumped out of it.
Well, the ratings are up this year as opposed to last year. Last year they went down with all the knees and shit. It's up this year. I just wish, take it out of the ref's hands. Fine, call New York, and New York goes, close enough. It's a touchdown, and then they got to go for another 4 minutes and another commercial break to go, where exactly was the ball spotted? How much time's on the clock? Will the game official reset the clock to 2 minutes and 12 seconds, please?
This is not what the culture wants.
No, it's like,
right? I mean, as we scroll through our Instagrams and our et cetera, this is not what we want, to stop and look at shit for 5 minutes.
No, and to me, it's like, okay, I see the replay. Give me all three angles. Got it. No, there was not a catch.
The culture wants soccer.
It doesn't want soccer, dude. It's not going to work. But I don't know why the guy in New York can't go, close enough. It's a touchdown, 2:10 on the clock. Let's go.
Uh-huh.
And then the guy's like not looking at it and checking in with New York.
Because what would happen, Mike, is everybody that got screwed by that call that was close enough in your mind would be bitching. This league is bullshit. It's not close enough. It's got to be right.
Yeah.
So my thing is, it can't always be right without taking all this time. So just fucking let the people on the field do it. Much like MLB has said with balls and strikes. It's just how the ump is going to call it.
And that makes more sense. I mean,
not really, because
it does, because some umps call corners differently. I don't have a problem with that, and I don't see that as like, there aren't many games in baseball where you're like, this is bullshit. Everybody agrees this ump fucked us. They might miss a play, a bang bang. Well, yeah, you might miss a bang bang play at a base, and they've kind of corrected that. Football though, or tackle ball, dude, that play, like,
it's off-putting.
Think about, we talked about it a little yesterday. The Saints, those players, their legacies were affected hugely last night. Like, that was so bad for the game.
And I love that still photograph that's been on all the front pages with the ref right behind the play. What the fuck are you looking at, man?
I don't know. And today, the outpouring of bullshit people are calling on this and going, why can't you? These pass interference calls are fucking massive penalties in the pros. Massive.
Yeah. You
cannot have just some guy willy-nilly, calling these penalties or not calling these penalties. They're too. Why can't you go, bullshit? I'm throwing a flag on that. Let him throw a flag on that and go.
Stop the game again and review.
I know, but maybe you don't have any replays in the first half. Only in the second half when it really matters.
What do you think about this?
What I actually think is that they should go to just a review, technically a review of every play on some
college.
Yeah, like I think someone should be sitting in a booth every single play, and not on penalties, but so I don't know what affected this one, but honestly, that's what I think. I think someone should technically just be looking every single play as fast as they can right away, and then calling down.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I do think they
I don't
should.
think there should even be.
I think this is what they do. You chip the ball, as we talked about. You grid the field so you know exactly the spot of the ball is ridiculous. And to leave that to a guy who's looking in a heap of
running
players,
in and just sets it down.
just, that affects the game so much. But yeah, man, I'm arguing for elimination of replay.
What about only during the playoffs when it really fucking matters?
And the whole pace is all screwed.
And the other thing that people are really upset about today is Brady did his magic again. That the second half of that Chiefs Patriots game was amazing. It was great. You saw these two dynamite offenses come alive and shoot out 4 lead changes in the fourth quarter, 2-minute drive to take the lead, 39 seconds left. Mahomes comes back, drives his team down. Kicker drills a 57-yard field goal that would have been good from, 90. It was unbelievable. That guy murdered that ball. And then coin toss. As soon as Brady won the coin toss, and it was like, oh, Brady's just going to go down and score a touchdown. He's on fire right now. And to have Mahomes sitting on the sideline without a chance to match that, dude, people are like, it sucked.
I don't agree with
there's
that.
so many things fundamental to this sport that you agree suck. But
I know.
Yet there's so much of it that you love. It's just
I do.
Yeah, it's the give and take of that sport. It's just not a free flow sport where everybody's on the field competing at the same time. It's to me, it doesn't hold my interest anymore.
It used to be one of those things where you just didn't. You had cameras and angles, and you could do replay, but it wasn't so technical. And so this idea that we're just going to halt everything and go to commercial, it's just too much. So something needs to be done. But I always feel like, and maybe this is just me, I always feel like, oh, yeah, I get it. No, that ball clearly hit the ground. Fuck it. Incomplete pass. Go. What are we doing? We don't need a commercial break. We don't need 4 minutes of fucking all this shit. Go. But, apparently we need to minutely discuss every frame and zoom in on the blades of grass. It's like, dude, getting too far away now. But is Tom Brady not the most it's unbelievable to me what's going on.
Same thing last year, right? I mean,
oh yeah. What is it? Well, you look at a guy who's 41 years old, and I've never seen anything like it. This is his 9th Super Bowl. That's as many as Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, and Aaron Rodgers combined.
Been in the league 18 years.
Yeah. And I think he's been in 8 of the last 9 championship games. 4 of 5 Super Bowls, or 5 of 6.
The last 3 Super Bowls, yeah.
It's crazy, and I saw people doing these mock videos, online, like they're the announcer going, "Look at this guy, this is amazing. How does he hit someone so covered?" And it's there's no one within 8 yards of a guy, and he dumps it off on a screen and hits a guy over the middle. There's no one within 10 yards of him, and they're cherry picking plays that broke down in the deep, and it's
trying to take away from his greatness.
Are you really trying to say that Brady is not the quarterback? Are you shitting me? Are you kidding me? You watch that guy on the field, and it is magical. I'm sorry. Not a Patriots fan. I like Brady because he went to Michigan. There's some odd connection there, whatever. It's amazing to watch that dude pick apart a defense, pick apart teams, and be the successful. We've never seen anything like it. And with the parity that this league is trying to establish, to have a team that is, what are they going on, 18 years of absolute dominance in this league for the most part?
Right.
Oh, he gets all the calls. Does he really? Oh, yeah, the league wants him to. Do they? Is that what it is? The league is rigged.
People are just haters, man.
I know. It's just silly. It's just stupid. I mean, Mahomes is obviously the next generation. So is Jared Goff. Brady will be gone soon. Aaron Rodgers will be gone soon. Drew Brees will be gone soon. Dude, I hope people understand what they're watching, man. I think most people do, right? Would hope.
I don't even know how there could be a question.
And maybe some people are just like, fuck that team. I don't want to see the same damn team in the Super Bowl.
I get that.
But
yeah.
Dude, this is pretty remarkable. We've never seen anything in the history of the game like this. So
I think it's like when you see him, what's so crazy to me is with sports is like, dude, it's so hard to keep the quote unquote chip on your shoulder. Like, this idea that you've been screwed and he's won 6 Super Bowls. But it's very clear. Like, you can see a player, Matt Stafford, who doesn't, just doesn't have that. Like, he cares as much about last night's win, it looks like, as he did his first, championship win.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And Jay, we were talking off the air. You mentioned who was the Michigan quarterback came in when Brady was
Drew Henson.
Drew Henson, yeah. And everyone, oh yeah, Drew Henson's the shit. And Michigan, would bench Brady, and then
They benched him, man.
and it's like, yeah, you couldn't even start for your own team. Now you're going to be drafted in the pros and have success. I think there's absolutely something to what E said there, where it's like this dude carried that chip on his shoulder, and why does a guy like Henson not do anything in the NFL? Is it because everybody blew him since the time he was in 6th grade and told him he was just a natural? He's got every tool in the book, and it's like there's just something more.
Don't poo-poo Brady's pedigree too, though. He grew up as a baseball player, and I'm sure was the shit wherever he went. All these guys were the shit.
Right.
Sure.
But yeah, everybody's different. Everybody has different mental makeup and
But Brady
competitiveness.
was not sought after for college scholarships. I mean, his dad, I think, put together his highlight tape and sent it to Michigan.
Few people were sought after like Drew Henson.
Right.
Drew Henson was, labeled as the second coming as a freshman, sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
From Brighton. He was big
Mhm.
shit. Yeah. So he comes in, a big get by Lloyd Carr at the time.
Yeah.
And Lloyd felt pressured to start. That probably made promises, right?
Oh yeah, and there
he'll
was
be-
lots of pressure from the fans, and
And
so,
Brady just quietly,
won.
like you said, come in second half or whatever. I remember him cleaning up, almost coming back against State one year.
Yeah.
Where State was just dominating against Henson.
Mhm.
Brady comes in the second half. It's like, oh shit, here
Yeah.
they come.
Make it a game. That Orange Bowl win is really big for Brady. And I don't know. It's you can tell those guys that weren't supposed to be the shit, and they're like, oh yeah, just something about that competitive. It's a game. It's not about X's and O's to those guys. It's about the game, winning this game, the competition of it. You don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to be the strongest, the biggest.
But to E's point, like for him to still have that eye of the tiger,
It's awesome.
after having this supermodel wife,
Mhm.
beautiful family,
It'd be very
everything-
easy, dude, to freaking-
totally.
Dude, he's making out with his own kids.
Yeah, it'd be very easy to sign that final contract. Go, I got 5 rings on my hand.
Yeah.
I don't want to get
5.
hurt.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he marches down that team last night and hits 3 freaking 3rd and long first down passes that are incredible throws.
I'm not going to get into X's and
I
O's
know.
breakdowns of that, but dude, if you watch those 3 third down plays, the shit that Brady was doing and the way he was looking
Did
guys
he
up.
look off the safety?
No, it was more the play calling. Like I can get in the weeds on this shit, but dude, those are brilliantly called plays that were meant to fool that Kansas City defense and worked. To get single coverage on a Gronkowski up the line, using Edelman across the middle as a decoy after using Edelman multiple times and burning the fucking defense, and the defense was like, oh, we got it now. They're going to try that thing again. No, they're faking you out this time. And then, dude, it's master. It's a master class in how to run an offense. It's crazy.
You know what else is masterclass?
What do you got?
Zotford and Howe. The North American International Auto Show is here, and the party animals at Zotford are celebrating with insane rebates and massive auto show bonus cash. Lease a new 19 Ford Fusion Hybrid, yes, hybrid, as low as $82 a month, 0 cash due. Or you can lease an all-new 19 Ford all-wheel drive Escape as low as $131 a month. Finally, if the #1 selling truck in America is more your thing, lease a new 19 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4 as low as $112 a month, only from Zotford and Holly.
Dude, I wasn't planning to do this, but there wasn't a whole lot going on in just like the daily news, and so I forced myself to watch more of the Indian, Native American, and Nick, I guess we know his name, Nick Sandman, the 16-year-old kid with the MAGA hat on that was apparently so disrespectful and rude and racist to this guy. I don't know how much of that video you watched, but there's like 2-hour-long videos.
Oh God!
And I watched
I didn't watch that.
I watched a tremendous amount of it, and
I watched what you showed me last night.
yeah, Nathan Phillips, Nate, dude, I swear to God, I was like, "Fuck you, Nate." No, you're a dick.
The Native American guy.
Yes, I'm sorry. I know you can't call a Native American. Does that make me racist? I guess it does. But when I see someone being a dick,
You're judging him by his character, right?
yes, I'm sorry, dude. The spin that was
In
done
the spirit
to
of
these,
MLK Day today, Mike.
I know.
You're going to judge this man's by his character, not his skin.
dude,
right?
Exactly. Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
Yeah.
Remember the shit he was saying yesterday about, oh, I saw it in their eyes,
The
it was
mob mentality.
It was beast versus prey.
Yeah,
and these
I do
young
remember that.
kids were racist, and I saw the beast in their eyes, and these poor blacks were just their prey. And I had to do something and get in there and blah, blah. all this horse shit. And so I went and watched the whole goddamn thing, and I was just incensed, going, the story that's being spun to help your narrative is such bullshit. They're talking about expulsion for these kids. These kids are getting death threats. Their family are getting death threats. Their parents' professions are being attacked. It is outrageous because, they're white Catholic school privileged boys who like Trump.
Well,
that's enough.
What's the biggest piece of bullshit of the video then?
Well, here, you do have that one video I showed you, E, and this is just a snippet because I know we don't want to get too far down. But so the guys that were part, what do they call them? The
Black Israelites or something?
Yeah, Hebrew Israelites, right? And it was like, Indian guy comes out and says, well, yeah, these guys, they said some things that weren't nice, and that kind of teed off these guys. It was like, okay, what does that mean? Well, I watched these guys sit for an hour just fucking with people, just going racist, coon, crack ass. They're street performers. They're the fucking nut job you see in a subway, just screaming at people about, your God's full of shit. Ours is the one, and racist. This isn't your land. Blah blah blah. If they see a black guy with a white guy, he's a fucking Uncle Tom, crack ass. Blah blah blah. Just instigating, pushing buttons, trying to get black people, brown people, Mexicans, Indians, we're all being fucked by these devils, and you're like, dude, you're yelling at a class of 16-year-old boys. What are you doing? Why are people siding with us? So here's just a small example, Jay. Where's Kanye West?
That's racist.
How many niggas you got in the crowd? 2. There's a black kid.
When you get old enough, they're gonna steal your organs.
And steal your organs?
Yeah.
We love you, bro. We love you, kid.
So that's a black kid from the Catholic school group?
Exactly.
Get out, nigga. Get out, nigga.
Yelling, get out, nigga. And the guys are going, whoa, whoa.
Why you being mean? Get out, nigga. Why are you Get out.
Yeah, that's just a tiny example of what they're doing. I watched a lot of this, and the kids are standing there for most of it, just taking this shit. Now, the story is they had some time after their March for Life, whatever. And I'm going to say they're perfect. No 16-year-old boys are. I don't mean to say that. But they were meeting for the school bus to return home at the Lincoln Memorial. And so they show up. They don't even know this Hebrew Israelite group is there. They don't know the fucking Indian thing going on. So they're waiting on the steps when these assholes just start yelling shit at them. These 60-year-old men screaming indoctrinated shit at them about how racist they are, stealing your land, burning in hell, whatever, throwing out, you sodomites, your God.
Sodomites.
He's like, your president is a faggot. He's a faggot. Do you approve of that? He's a faggot. There's pictures on the net of him kissing on the mouth. Rudy Giuliani. He's a faggot. And your God in that book. Dude, what's Genesis 1:7 say? Guy pulls it up with the giant afro. Says that the sodomites will be blah, blah, blah. And these kids are like, what? He's like, do you approve of that? Of homos and faggots? And the kid's like, whoa, dude, they're people. What do I care? They're people, man. Oh, no, they're not. They're faggots. He's yelling the most horrible shit at these kids. I'm shocked the kids had as much. And so this dude, the kid that you saw, goes, one of my friends starts to almost engage, and I shot him a look and was like, dude, no. We do not want to escalate this. And so they asked the chaperone, can we start singing loudly over the top of these guys who are just screaming in our faces all this horrible shit? Can we start chanting our school song, which they say is not hateful at all? And the chaperone said yes. And so they start singing their song. Then the Indian guy gets in his face and is doing the drumming and stuff. And he's like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I smiled to show that I wasn't intimidated. I wasn't, trying to be a problem. He got in my face. And then as soon as the teacher go, buses are here, they're like, thank God. And the kids fucking, in an instant, all of them couldn't. Did your mic go off or something? Is your button stuck? All right. Maybe we take a break earlier than we anticipated. That's not good news. Unless you want to flip into that seat, Jay, or pull that mic over.
Probably a good time to mention.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is our GoFundMe? There's our GoFundMe.
That was not set up.
No. Jesus, I wonder what the hell happened there.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
Shitty studio.
You know,
equipment,
that's what we're dealing with, folks. You know, Mike's even quit on us. MICSs. Yeah, so our GoFundMe, we're trying to upgrade this. So stuff like that doesn't happen in mid-rant.
And I can remain on Mike.
Yes.
Countering Mike's arguments and so forth.
You're just I can see it churning in your head. How is you're gonna build it like wham and hit me with
No,
it?
not at all. I mean, I've heard that the whole video was kind of presented in a bullshit way, but I wasn't about to watch 2 hours of it. I'm glad you did, Mike.
I did, and because I wanted to get an understanding, because if you take stuff out of context, it's my whole problem. And you know what? I get it. Social media is going to do that. Social media, you can't stop what some guy with an agenda is going to do with an iPhone and social media. But the New York Times can, the Washington Post can, you know, for them to smear these kids, identify them, and act like there was any bit of truth to this narrative of racist, bigoted, privileged white. You always got to throw white in there. Just white is a problem. Just being white. And to me, it's like, shame the fuck on you. These are 16-year-old kids. They're not even old enough to vote, right? They're sitting here minding their own goddamn business when a bunch of old people come up and just start screaming in their face. The fuck? I'm shocked these guys didn't do more. We would have. We wouldn't have stood there and took that shit. We would have been hurling horrible shit at them, probably, in all honesty. I was reading this guy's article about it too, and he's like, the kids are from Covington Catholic High School, and he says they've been subjected to nothing short of political inquisition because of their faith, the color of their skin, and their devotion to America, and they're owed an apology. What CNN, the New York Times, the Washington Post, National Review, among others, did to these boys is outrageous. The mainstream media, according to the mainstream media, the boys surrounded and terrorized Native American activist Nathan Phillips. Shame on you, Nathan, by the way. It was getting ugly. I was thinking, I've got to find myself an exit out of this situation and finish my song at the Lincoln Memorial. I started going that way, and that guy in the hat stood in my way, and we were at an impasse. He just blocked my way and wouldn't allow me to retreat.
Oh, my gosh.
And then he told the Free Press, that's what he told the Washington Post, told the Free Press, he'd seen those students attacking these 4 black men, and these 4 black individuals. There was that moment when I realized I put myself between beast and prey. These young men were beastly, and these old black individuals was their prey, and I stood in between them, so they needed their pounds of flesh, and they were looking at me for that. Fuck you, Nathan. Fuck you. That hurt your cause more than anything. I'm sympathetic to your cause. I will listen to you, but don't create a narrative to push your bullshit agenda and use a bunch of 16-year-old kids to do it, asshole. So most of the videos, if you look at them, show that Phillips and his associates were the ones who instigated the confrontation. Pure and simple. I watched it happen. He thrust his drum in the face of that kid. White people go back to Europe, where you came from, is what they were being. The guys were yelling at him. Another was shouted at the students, "This is not your land." Those protesters, members of the Black Hebrew Israelites, a radical group known for being anti-gay, they were berating the teenage boys. Your president is a homo. Your president is homo. Greek was a bunch of homos, just like the Romans. You proud of sodomy? You give faggots rights? Yeah, these are the people that your mainstream media is defending today. In context, it appears what really happened is a group of Catholic boys were targeted and harassed by grown adults because they were white Catholic Trump supporters. Pure and simple. The mainstream media doesn't give a shit about the truth. Fact.
Well, if they weren't wearing the white hoods of MAGA hats, honestly, would that story have done what it did without the MAGA hats?
Honestly, it would have, because of the Catholic thing and because they're white and male. I think the MAGA hat is the icing on the cake, and because that just means Alyssa Milano, is what you've referenced here. She says she's comparing supporters of Trump to members of the Klan. I mean, she posts the red MAGA hat is the new white hood. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you that stupid? Really? And so she says shit like that, and the narrative keeps getting pushed that if white people are for it, it's evil. It's evil. You can't have an opinion. You can't voice what you want. And they're just fine absolutely destroying someone's life. That kid, the kid has a statement. I don't know how much of it you care to hear. It's a pretty lengthy statement. I don't need to bore you with all of it, but he goes through the whole play-by-play. I go, here's what I was thinking. I would never want to hurt anybody. I didn't even know why they were here. I didn't know why they were yelling at us. I didn't, we're 16-year-old kids. I didn't fucking know. I was we were being attacked and taunted. That's when he asked one of the teachers, one of the chaperones. He said, I heard them direct derogatory insults at our group. They called us racist, bigots, white crackers, faggots, and incest kids. They also taunted a black student from my school by telling him we would harvest his organs. I have no idea what that insult means, but it was startling to hear. But it was. Right. They because we were being attacked and taunted, he asked the teacher chaperone, blah, blah, blah. So let's see. We were trying to drown out the hateful shit they were saying. They approached our group, the Native American. Everyone has seen in the videos, he's playing his drum. He waded into the crowd, which parted for him. He locked eyes with me and approached me, coming within inches of my face. He played his drum the whole time. I never interacted with him. I didn't speak to him. I didn't make any hand gestures or other aggressive gestures. To be honest, I was startled and confused. Why did he approach me? When the second group approached, I was worried it was getting out of hand and out of control, where adults were attempting to provoke teenagers. I believe by remaining motionless and calm, I was helping to diffuse the situation. I realized everyone had cameras, and that perhaps a group of adults was trying to provoke a group of teens into a larger conflict. I said a silent prayer that the situation would not get out of hand. And then one of the protesters' entourage began yelling at a fellow student that you stole our land and go back to Africa. Anyway,
and at what point did the boys start chanting the FSU?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't see that in the longer video I saw, but I did see it the day before, so I know what you're talking about. I don't know what their school chants are. These guys are going, look, I just want to remain calm, not start anything. We didn't want anything going on. And we knew there were cameras there. We're not stupid. And he's talking about, we were called every name in the book, including racist, and will not stand for the mob-like character assassination of my family. My parents were not on the trip. I strive to represent my family in a respectful way in all settings. I have received physical death threats via social media. One threatened to harm me at school. My parents are receiving death and professional threats. I love my school, my teachers, and my classmates. I work hard to achieve good grades and participate in extracurricular activities. I'm mortified that so many people have come to believe something that did not happen.
Is there any chance their school chant included the Florida State Seminole fight song thing?
I don't know.
Because that was meant to disrespect them. Come on.
Yeah, well, you know what? And I don't know the full story of that. It wasn't addressed in these stories. I would totally agree with you. If that was the case, but I don't know how else to say it, dude. If you rile up for 2 hours a group of kids. Now, what they said was, we went to our thing. We had a couple hours before the bus. We needed to be there at 5:30. We showed up at 4:30. So we're hanging out on the steps for a couple hours. We were allowed to do a little sightseeing and blah, blah, blah. So for 2 hours, they're putting up with this shit. And so I don't know how long I at 16 could have held back from not being a dick back.
Walk away. There's plenty of shit to go walk and see. You don't have to
That's
stand
what
there and
adults
listen
should do. You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, dude, I would expect 16-year-old boys to behave worse than that, especially a pack of them. I honestly would. And I'm not saying they're perfect. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't watch as much video as you did. So
yeah. Well, and I'm not trying to say they were perfect. My whole point is the media narrative is so strong and biased right now with this is bad and evil no matter what it says because of its religious beliefs or the color of its skin or who it supports in office, that it doesn't matter in the least what the truth is. Because you could have said both things. The kids were wrong to do this. These guys were equally, if not worse, wrong to do this. These are much, much older adults antagonizing kids, high school kids, for 2 hours, and finally got them to provoke them enough to blah, blah, blah. That's inexcusable behavior. And to be writing these sad sob stories defending this fucking obvious racist, homophobic group and the Native American group, I'm sorry, man. That dude is full of shit with his side, his angle. I watched him do that. So anyway, let's get off that shit. Did you see, you like Chris Cornell, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you know they had a big fucking tribute concert in Los Angeles like a week ago?
No.
For him? Yeah, I can't remember what the name of it was. It was some benefit with must have had money going to suicide and stuff like that. And so they did this big thing, and I so badly want to see this concert. Like Metallica played, Foo
I
Fighters
didn't hear
played.
anything about that.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be recorded. There's not a lot of professional video out there. Just a lot of people in the crowd filmed it. And it's funny that towards the end of the show, they bring out, they've got Temple of the Dog, the remaining guys. So you had Stone Gossard and
Eddie Vedder.
Yeah, Eddie wasn't out there at that point, but Matt Cameron, a few of the guys, the original members, and they're bringing out other people to play with them, And so they're like, yeah, I want to bring this next guest out. And the crowd's like, yeah, and it's like, let's welcome Miley Cyrus. And everyone's like,
come on, man.
No. Dude.
She did well, huh?
She fucking killed it, man. She did Say Hello to Heaven and really leaned into it. And they say she stole the fucking show. Lars Ulrich from Metallica is like, dude, that was inspirational. Watching that girl get up there with those guys. You want to see some of it?
Sure.
And shoot, I think this is it. Well, it's everywhere.
Yeah, no, just.
Oh boy, Jesus.
Well, what do you just?
Is Hope and Promise Fade? Is that the name of the show? I think. So you can go probably there. How long is it? 6 minutes. Jesus, it's a 6-minute rendition. I don't know. 6-minute video. Side.
This
stage.
is on the Rolling Stone. This is on
I
the
don't
Rolling
care
Stone.
about the Rolling Stone article. I'm just saying, like, just bing the Miley Cyrus Say Hello to Heaven. It's pop right up. 6 minutes long.
Voice of our generation: Chris Cornell, Eddie Vedder, or Kurt Cobain?
Neither.
Who is it?
To me, it's Lane Staley.
No, come on. I'm talking about,
dude.
I understand you dig his voice, and that's you think had the best voice.
It's the voice of an angel, sir.
I'm not saying who had the best voice technically. I'm saying voice of that generation.
Vedder.
Yeah, probably.
Or see, I think Cobain gets a lot more respect because he died so young. I think it's easy to just throw him into
Vedder
this
has
like
such
godlike
a unique voice, and he's very prolific compared to the other two. Although Cornell put a lot out there too.
Yeah, he did. He did, and everything he touched was great.
Goddamn unique voice, man.
Oh, dude, Audio Slave.
Yeah.
Temple of the Dog. Plus, just a humanitarian. It sounds like, really cared about. I mean, he did Temple of the Dog. He didn't have to do Temple of the Dog. That was for the surviving members of Andy Wood's band. To help them get through that. Wrote those songs and all that. Go ahead, E. You can hit it there. He's got a unique voice too, man. Yeah, there's Jeff Amen. Fucking good.
Yeah, she sounds good.
Fast forward to E towards the last couple minutes, probably in there. Yeah.
Hannah Montana
she starts
can sing, man.
Dude, she starts letting it go here.
She has such a low voice.
I know. She's definitely won over the crowd at this point, though.
Choose your octave wisely, man. Come on, go higher. Go higher.
I know. I wanted that too. That's a tough note, man. And that's Joplin-like.
I'm not super impressed by this, honestly. It's good, but
what do you think, E?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I know, dude. She's been able to sing her whole career, though. I mean, she's been a nut job at times, but
Yeah.
she's never been not a good singer.
she just get married. That chick.
Yeah. Chris Helmsworth, Liam
Yeah,
Helmsworth.
one of the Helmsworth.
One of the Helmsworths.
Yeah.
Is that a Thor?
I think so.
Maybe she married Thor.
Thor's brother. I don't know. Yeah, that was good. I would have liked more.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If she would have thrown
Show more
one
range.
falsetto.
Yeah, show some range. She's got such a deep voice. Like,
Yeah. I have heard her do acoustic shit ballad stuff, and fucking, dude, she's got all the tools to do that.
Okay.
I agree with you in one sense. If she would have just once say hello to heaven and then fucking gotten up there, awesome. But yeah, I
Cornell
thought
did
it was.
I guess Miley can't.
So what did we decide? Cornell is the voice.
Boy, I've been listening to him a lot. I'm just not a huge Pearl Jam fan, so I tend to go away from Eddie. But God, he's so unique and good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Cornell. I really am.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much of that is because he's not here?
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'll be totally honest. I've said this before. I respect the shit out of Soundgarden and Chris Cornell. His voice is fan-fucking-tastic. When he does the cover of the Prince,
Nothing Compares.
Nothing Compares to You. Incredible.
Yeah.
I like his solo shit almost more. I was never a huge fan of Black Hole Sun.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
No, I don't love a lot of his songs, but God, his voice is so good.
Yeah, it's incredible. But Vedder stuff I commercially liked more than Nirvana, which I know is sacrilege to say. I just did.
It's me.
Smells Like Teen Spirit. If I never hear that fucking song again, it's not the greatest song ever written, like everyone thinks. If I never hear that song again, I'm fine. I'm fine. It was just too overplayed. Black Hole Sun too. It's like, it's like hearing Jeremy. I don't want to hear Jeremy ever again either. But
Jeremy spoken yesterday.
But I like more slower melodic shit, and Pearl Jam tends to do more of that stuff. So I don't know, man. It is what
you can't go wrong with any of the three.
You can't. It's too bad it fizzled out as fast as it did, because I think musically we hadn't heard shit that good since the 70s, since Zeppelin. Ozzy Osbourne, you see,
still plugging along, huh?
Oh hell yeah, Ozzy's great. But to commemorate, if I said Ozzy, go, what do you think of first?
Crazy Train, or I think of the bat incident.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Biting off the bat head.
I didn't know if it was gonna be like taking a whiz at the Alamo and being banned for life. He did that, or
snorting the ants.
Yep. It's the bat. It's the bat thing. And so to commemorate that, I guess it might even be today or yesterday. They've released a new toy. This is in 1982, January 20th.
Some of our younger listeners might not know what this is. Ozzy used to, he was pretty gross, like he
scared me.
Yeah, there was a lot of scary shit going on with metal back in the day in terms of them trying to look all demonic and shit.
Yeah.
And so he played into that, and I guess he had a gig where he would bite off a rubber bat head or something.
Yes, he would different animals. And he would throw them at the crowd too. He'd bite, and throw it in the crowd.
Somebody threw a real bat on stage. He bites off the head, realizes, oh fuck, there's a real bat. Has to get rabies shots.
Oh yeah. And I think, didn't he do that in a board meeting too? Like go in with Sharon and rip the head off a chicken or something.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
People are just like, oh,
sounds familiar.
Fuck. I'll be honest, dude. His tattoos, those blue ones on his chest, the big, fucking scared me, man.
Yeah, the big dragon or whatever that comes down.
Because we were young when Diary of a Madman came out,
Oh, I remember seeing the cover of that, being like, I'd rather not see that. Rather not see it.
And when I got old, like the Ultimate Sin, I love the Ultimate Sin album, and then I grew to respect the earlier albums and Black Sabbath stuff. But when I was a little kid, it was a bit much, and so yeah, that bat incident was lore. It was like, oh my God, did he really do that? And it turns out he did. That really did happen. It was at a show in Des Moines, Iowa, and a fan hurled a live bat up on stage. I know, right? Yeah. And this goes back to January 20th, 1982. And he's on the
Shit, really?
Yeah. He's on the Diary of a Madman tour. And what he would do, he was famous for taking like buckets of water, but it'd really be sprinkled like glitter and like hurling it at the crowd, and then but sometimes it'd really be water.
So did the Harlem Globetrotters.
Right.
Come on, Ozzy.
And
You're better than that.
He would throw dead animals at people in the crowd. It was a show. It was theater. And so fans started bringing animals themselves, dead animals, to the shows and throwing rats up on stage and bats. Kid fucking throws an actual live bat up on stage. Ozzy grabs it, and immediately he fucking bites the head off this thing. He thinks it's a toy. He bites the fucking head off it. And immediately he knows something's wrong. And he described this in his book, if you want to read more about it. So it's I Am Ozzy. It's a great book. He wrote it. He was like, I knew something was real. Something felt wrong, very wrong. For a start, my mouth was instantly full of this warm, gloopy liquid with the worst aftertaste you could ever imagine. I could feel it staining my teeth and running down my chin. Then the head in my mouth twitched. I thought, oh, fuck me. I didn't just go eat a fucking bat, did I? He had to get rabies shots, as you said, after the incident. And so to commemorate that moment, he's selling for $40 on his website a plush doll of a bat with a detachable head.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And it sold out immediately. And so I think you can go to his website. I'm not sure what his site is now, but round one of those fuckers are gone. That'd be cool to have, though, you know, with a little Ozzy logo on it. And a black bat.
I remember my dad like reading me that story out of the newspaper.
Really?
Can you believe this guy did this? And he read that whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird. Yeah, there it is. It was a weird time in music because parents would remember going to courts and stuff and saying everyone was Ozzy's music is
subliminal messages in there. Yeah.
And the religion
suicide solution
after a kid killed himself.
Yeah.
You know, Judas Priest went through that.
Yeah. There's a
Motley
lot of
Crue.
theatrical shit going on with the hair metal and and that shit, and it really confounded parents. I think that generation. They're like, "What is this?"
It's so funny. Like I remember they'd have these posters with like Motley Crue's "Shout at the Devil" album cover. You know, where
the
it's
pentagram,
the pentagram, and also the picture of the four of them, and they look just like, I mean, scary as shit.
Yeah,
they look
demonic.
And it's like. This album's song titles are "Shout at the Devil,"
right?
God bless the children of the beast,
Theater of Pain.
You know, all these things, and it was like, you fucking morons. It's just so such a simpleton thing. Instead of going, okay, you got a group of 22-year-old outcasts who are talking about shouting down authority. It's not about praying to the fucking devil, you idiots. But that whole spin, about Ozzy and Suicide Solution was, I believe, anti-suicide. Motley Crue was about shouting down authority, whether it be police, politicians, corrupt. That was their point. And but no one saw it. And so we had this weird thing where parents wouldn't let you buy the albums. And my parents never bought into that shit.
Those parents' defense, I mean, they're not going to go deep and figure out the lyrics of these things when what's presented on album covers was so dismaying.
See, it was my job. And I taught my parents. I would read the lyrics. And I would be like, God bless the children of the beast. Even the people that are burning in hell. He wants God to pray for them as well, Mom.
Look at how androgynous they are too. God, that was a weird time.
It was awesome, dude.
Look
that
at
blew
Vince
out.
Neil.
Dude, this was
it's like a hot
album.
chick right there, doesn't he?
I know.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Who's that blonde chick?
Nikki always scared me the most. I love Nikki the most, but he fucking scared me the most.
Yeah, out of those. Well, no, Mick Mars is just, he's creepy as fuck.
That's true.
He's vampiric.
By the way, did you hear that they're saying they might come back on a tour?
What?
Despite all,
This
yes,
is great
The
news.
final tour.
Yeah,
despite
the
all
contracts and all that.
They signed contracts.
I know. I'll look it up.
I think jail was on the table if they fucking. Did you seriously hear that? Because they've got the movie coming out. The Dirt.
Really?
Maybe that's
I can't wait.
Didn't Nikki Sixx just have a kid too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God. He's in his 60s, right?
Well,
his 60s.
He had a vasectomy, dude.
Snip, snap,
he still
snip,
had,
snap.
He still had a kid. Yeah, you can pull up if you want a picture of the couple. Yeah, he got married a few years ago. And Courtney Bingham's her name. And it's so funny. I always laugh at Nikki Sixx's shit. It's because he's got this baby, now he's 60. He can afford it. He's made shitloads of money, sold hundreds of millions of albums. So, but it's like in Nicki's photo book where it's just all those pictures of like people in wheelchairs, missing limbs. And he's like, it's just, I only see the beauty inside of people. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, this is
what
great.
someone looks like on the outside. It's not about that. It's the
look at these hot bitches I fucking marry though.
And it's like, how do you say that? It's like, this guy is the luckiest man in the world. He's found not only the most beautiful people on the inside, they also happen to be the most gorgeous people on the outside.
Right.
Just
what are the odds?
You've told me that before, right? Then is he the one who did like the photo album, right, of all the fat chicks or something talking about it?
He's got horrible fat chicks and amputees.
And how they're so beautiful, man.
It's all about inner beauty. No one cares about the outer beauty. Really? You married Donna D'Errico, you ass, and this girl's 33 and fucking stunning. Yeah. I mean, come on, dude. How do you say that with a straight face? Like we all know what the game is. Nicholas, Frankie.
Is that his name, Frank?
Yeah. Frank something. Yeah. Anyway, let's take a quick break. And did you find that, E? It's probably just about the movie. I think it's coming to Netflix in
This
March.
says Miley Cyrus is back from the dead and recording new material, brand new material.
They said they would never tour.
September 14th, 2018.
There's got to be a tour behind it, Mike.
No, I think touring is what they're not allowed to do. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Don't hold me to
I'll
that.
have to look at this
I'm
more.
not going to bat or defending the band. I'm not at all. But I think touring was the thing they're not allowed to do ever
They
again.
said that since Vince Neil, singer and frontman for Miley Cyrus, announced via Twitter that the four-piece is recording brand new music. That doesn't mean that they're touring, I guess, but
Yeah, well,
but why would they?
so the Astronom File. Let's keep an eye on that.
Doesn't Mick have some dystrophy or something?
Oh yeah,
Isn't he
yeah.
Kalish in a way?
Oh yeah, he's got some spinal condition,
A
which is
bifida?
why. Yeah, it's not a bifida, but it's close. It's one of those, but it makes him all fucking he walks like
Yeah.
like a 100-year-old hunchback. Horribly painful. He's had it forever. I mean, back in the early Motley Crue days, we knew he had that. So yeah, I know. Keep an eye on that though, E. If they start touring, I'll go, but I won't like it. I won't respect it like I should. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
All right. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Wanted to mention one of our good sponsors back in the day is coming back on board, Jay.
Hell yeah. Twin Peaks, baby.
Excited, dude. I love Twin Peaks. It's good to have those guys back. And Sarah Boys. I wonder if E's letter.
No, whatever happened to that letter?
Paved the way.
I don't know.
In some respects.
I don't know.
I got to believe Mr. Ansara Sr. is a little bit busy, E. So for us to get a response from him, I think it's a tall order.
It's impolite when you write a personal handwritten letter.
That was awesome.
It was. He said he'd respond, and we'll give him time. I'm not gonna, say that he won't respond, but you did write like a toddler, and he's probably got grandkids at this point. He's like, oh my god, my 3-year-old grandson writes better than this and spells better.
Still, handwritten letter. Respectful to get a response back.
I mean, you did pull your dick out at one of his restaurants and drain a keg. So, I mean, it's going to be hard for him to get older.
I understand.
Get over it.
That's a
It's
fair
part of an
point.
older generation, E, and your behavior was way out of line. So
It's true.
Given that, it's remarkable that, as you say, Twin Peaks is back. Hey, at every Twin Peaks, you'll find wall-to-wall TVs, scratch food, and the signature 29-degree beer served by the best-in-class Twin Peaks girls.
Oh, they're so
Welcome
hot.
to your new local spot for sports and scenic views. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
That's about titties, isn't it?
Scenic views, Mike.
Hell yeah. Hot chicks have gotten me in a lot of trouble over the years.
They've gotten
lately,
people in a
too.
lot of trouble. Yeah, a lot of people in a lot of trouble.
I wanted to mention, J. Chris Newberg is working on a podcast that he's going to be jumping on board with us, and he's really excited. And I love, I've been talking to him a lot about what he's got planned, and it's going to be really cool. So
he does well, man. I like the one he did before, quite a bit, and I'm not sure he put a ton of thought into that. He just kind of put it together with some friends, and he's a natural.
He's a natural speaker. I mean, obviously he was in bands growing up, and he's a successful comedian now, living in Los Angeles. So he's got access to a lot of really interesting people and celebs and stuff like that. And so I think his first show he was telling me is going to be his in-studio guest will be the winner of America's Next Top Model, the chick that won that. And then he's got some writers and actors that some of you will know coming on. So I don't know. I'm getting excited for it. But anyways, I don't remember how we got into it, but his girlfriend came up in something, and this chick's smoking hot, dude. So I've been fucking with him about, hey, if something happens to you, I'll take care of her, blah, blah. And so she gets involved and she starts videoing back and forth, and we're videoing this and that. And so I friend her on Facebook, obviously. And I'm like, I'm not a total creep round the clock, I'm, pretty harmless. And so we start laughing about that. And then I'm like, oh, she's related to Suzanne. The last name is the same. And I'm like, oh, who's that? Because she's obviously taken. Michelle's taken by Chris.
For now.
For now, right? And so I click on it. I'm like, a family picture pops up, and it's hot chick. I'm like, oh, she looks like her too. I'm like, wow, yeah. So I write Chris immediately. I'm like, hey, dude, you can keep Michelle. Just give me this one. I'll take this one. All of a sudden, 2 minutes later, ding, 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 ding. Bing, 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 bing. I look at it. It's FaceTime, and I can see it's Chris and Michelle. I'm walking down the street in California, and I'm like, "Hey guys," and they're like, "Are you seriously asking about her 17-year-old sister?"
Oh, Mike,
like,
again.
Well, listen,
again.
I said, look, in my defense, I have a very, very storied track record of really not being able to identify.
Was she in a blue bikini?
Ages. She was not in a blue bikini, but it's like. Really? 17? I'm like, well, what about the other one? She's like, my mom?
Like, yes, your mom. Yes.
I guess the mom's better than the 17-year-old. Fuck, I don't know. And they're like, shame on you. Shame on you.
So, well, in a year, can you hook me up with her?
Yeah. They're like, no.
Hey, also as to Twin Peaks, one other cool thing they're doing, we're going to have member Sundays. They're going to be our presenting sponsor.
Like ice cream Sundays, like a banana split?
Mike, we're talking about Sunday night shows.
That sounded awful, like you can chop up listeners and make them into a Sunday.
No,
I was like,
we're not going to do that. Hey,
listener Sundays.
As you know, members have the chance of being drawn as winners to come in studio and watch a show. Yeah. And we've had many of them in throughout the years.
I would say.
Myriad listeners in. Me and Isis drew one last week, and we drew Ryan Silik. So congratulations to Ryan.
And Ryan gets a special treat, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to, dude.
Yeah.
Twin Peaks girls are coming in with some food and drink, and they're going to be the presenting sponsor for that Sunday. So that'll be cool.
We're going to do that it's not just Ryan. There will be other listeners too, and we're going to have them come and cater it a few times, and it's exciting, man. Exciting stuff, and welcome them back. Honestly, I was super impressed because we went to the grand opening, if you remember. They invited us to the grand opening party they had.
Good food.
The food was spectacular. Yeah. It was great. Hamlin Pub, same way. I'm really glad because it would suck if it was like shitty, but there's some bars around here and it's oh, fuck, do we have to go there? That food sucks. But theirs is actually really good. So that's welcome them back and glad to have them, and it'll be fun. And congrats, Ryan. So did you say which Sunday yet?
We'll figure it out with Ryan. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Isis, you're usually a happy-go-lucky camper.
A grievance has found him.
A grievance has found Isis. I'm gonna say
pussy old man.
Pussy old.
Possibly stolen.
Pussy minus old man minus. But
I'm gonna have a hard time explaining this, but I'll try.
All right. Well, to any new listeners, here's the deal. A grievance is purported to have found Isis.
Sure.
So Isis is going to present his grievance. He's going to have 30 seconds to do so. At the end of the 30-second clock, Mike and I will render judgment. Now, Isis is hoping for a bona fide judgment. A bona fide as fuck would be the best.
Bona fide AF, yeah. Yep.
But we could also render it pussy old man. Hopefully he won't have the temerity to steal another grievance, although he's done that in the past.
I know. And this, I want to cut slack to me when this happens, not E, because he's got a better memory. He is smarter. We all know that. But when you start piling up grievances, it's hard for me to remember sometimes what happened, and it's like, oh, I'm bitching about the checkout line again. Shit, it was an accidental stolen grievance. But Isis,
are you ready?
I'll try.
All right.
So I had to go through, I got a few gift cards for like my Netflix and stuff like this for Christmas. So when you go in and you have to type these things in, you have to go, sign into Netflix, email, address, password. At this point, the fact that all of these things that we have to type in our email in do not have the .com down at the bottom, like saved, like type in your email, ericfady@gmail.com. Like the fact that .com, personally, Gmail should be in there. Honestly,
super pussy.
No, they all anyway.
No, go ahead. I'll give you extra seconds to wrap it up.
That .com should be
got a strong close.
That .com should be fucking in there. The idea that you have to type this whole thing in and have to type out .com is bullshit.
What if I'm a .org or a .net?
Oh, what about a .edu?
Yeah, well, 95% of the people are .coms.
There's a lot of .edus. Honestly, a lot of listeners who get their summers off will email me. And
they're the rarity.
Well, I mean, this is definitely super pussy. This is a new one for me. Super pussy.
.com. I mean, you're talking about a fraction of a second.
It's way more. It's annoying as fuck when you're doing 3 of them in a day.
Well, I thought you were going to go down the password thing, and
This is the biggest pussy grievance ever.
Yeah.
Isis.
Tell it to the Native Americans, E.
Jesus, we could say it about every grievance. Tell it to the Native Americans.
I'm shocked at how we're still playing the password game.
What do you mean?
But like, it just feels like we could be onto a better system. Someone should have developed a better system. Yeah. So where it's like, dude, I don't remember what my fucking password was from 6 years ago when I signed up for this dumb thing.
That's why you gotta have the little password book.
I do have a password book. I hate having to travel around with a password book. Stupid. I don't voice that in a grievance because I know it's pussy. I know it's old man.
Boy.
But
that honestly would be a better grievance than what E just asserted. E wanted them to insert .com. So
those should be in there. I don't have to type all this out.
Well, I know I signed into like the PlayStation Network, the Sony PlayStation Network. And when I go on there, it pulls up, with my it pulls up the keyboard on the screen and you just go around. It's always got .net, .org, .com on there.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. So you can just go down the bottom and it's like M. Walters at Comcast and whatever it is.
I did 3 of them this weekend and none of them had it.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
He spent 3 seconds this weekend.
Yeah. Did you really think you were going to get support on that? He thought it was going to be like
mild annoyance at best.
Yes.
Mild. I mean,
look at dude, it found me. I was doing it.
It didn't.
No.
It didn't find you.
Yes, it did. Just
that is not a grievance. It's pussy old man.
That's the ruling. It's not a
bona
grievance. I'm sitting here. I'm at the fucking thing doing it, and I thought this is annoying.
Yeah, it's an annoyance.
That's what a
rise
grievance
to the level.
is.
It did not rise to the level of grievance.
That's
it's pussy old man.
Grievance is
not bona fide.
You want to hear a bona fide grievance?
Yes.
I'm not going to do it because it's a longer story than that. But the flight attendant,
the sky waitress,
and this flight from Los Angeles to Tokyo, I believe.
Okay.
It's an airline I'm not familiar with. I love their take, the union there of stewardesses. They're like, yeah, no dudes. We don't want stewards on the flight. Cute
Sky waiters.
Asian broads is what we want, and da-da-da. And so the problem is some of the flight crew are bitching now because there was a 440-pound American man, and maybe you can pull up a picture of him there, and he just looks like an irritant for sure. I mean, when you look at this guy, don't you just immediately go, oh, no, fuck this dude. So there he is there, and she says he forced flight attendants to strip him nude in a toilet and then wipe his ass after he took a shit during this long-ass flight. And so she said that the large customer made her and her colleagues undress him in the lab, clean his ass, and then asked staff to go deeper. So they wanted him to really dig into his butthole and clean him up.
Who would do this?
Him.
What sky waitress would do this?
Well, I'll tell you what.
How about no?
I said we couldn't help him with that, but he started yelling. He told me to go in there immediately and threatened to shit on the floor otherwise. Right? Shit on the floor then,
Shit
sir.
on the floor.
Do you, man. So she said in a press conference that her crew helped pull down the passenger's pants, wipe his ass after he finished.
That is beyond the Call of Duty.
Yes. So they want the union to like allow dudes to be stewards, and they only employ.
So that would have
chicks
been
now.
the dude's duty,
I guess.
This is nobody's duty, but that guy's duty.
Yeah. Yep. So this pain in the ass American here it gets on the flight and it's just like, can I get 3 seats? And they're like, it's not a full flight, so fine. You can
no
take
problem
up
with
a
that.
whole row.
You want to buy 3 seats? Go ahead.
No,
Right.
he just wanted 3 seats.
Well, yeah, I would love 3 seats every time I flew too.
It's the best.
I mean,
Curl up.
dude,
Curl up like a cat.
it is the best.
It was sort of justified. It's like, you know what? There's a bunch of empty rows. Let Fatso.
Yeah,
No one should have
okay.
to sit next to him anyway. So they're like, fine, we can do that. Grant that request. It escalated.
So he gets cocky, huh? He's like, well, he gave me 3 seats.
Yeah. What else can I
Now
get?
wipe my ass.
So he says, by the way, I demand to use the shitter in business class because I won't fit into the economy shitter.
Okay, no one's using it. Go ahead.
Are they really that much bigger?
I don't
guess I know.
know.
I know.
This-
I
Matter
honestly,
of inches, probably.
like, I mean,
well, this is an international flight, so I don't know.
Okay, maybe there's
maybe
some-
there could be an upstairs with a big, who knows. So that's when he was like, cabin crew, I need you to come in here and pull down my pants so I can successfully shit.
That's where you just go, no.
Yeah.
No.
So she
Sir.
says he's threatening to shit on the floor. So the passenger's genitals are now exposed. And one of my colleagues brought a blanket, which I used to cover his modesty. Nice move. He gets angry, slaps the hand away with that towel, and says he didn't want it and only wanted me to remove his underwear so he could use the toilet. They were traumatized further when the man called them back into the cubicle in order to wipe my ass. The flight attendant's discomfort then turned to humiliation when he began moaning in pleasure.
Yeah, see, this dude's some kind of scat freak, right?
She's wearing 3 pairs of latex gloves to get in there, and he's going, deeper, deeper.
Oh, man.
And then he was like, you didn't properly clean it. Get back in here and do it more. Do it again. He repeated this action 3 times before leaving, at which point he said, you can pull my pants up now. The union has suggested 2 solutions. Ban the passenger. Yes. That dude wants to get on the plane. Fuck off, dude. No, get out of here. Don't mean to discriminate, but I don't care. I don't care about discrimination laws and Title IX bullshit. No, get out. You're a pain in the. Isn't it Title IX that they surfaced that in, or is that the work? What's the work one?
7.
7. Okay, so you can't discriminate. Fatso, woman.
Actually, weight is not a protected characteristic under federal law,
Really?
but it is under state.
So if you're flying from
They
LA,
might have added weight. I don't think they have, though. I think it's just state.
How far into the Pacific do you need to get before all of a sudden his rights can fuck off?
I just can't believe they didn't say no.
I know.
Right?
Dude, she had a press conference. I
Isn't that an
saw
option?
her. I mean,
Isn't that an option?
press conferences were held, and if I had to see, she had to get deeper into that guy's butthole. You see her there? Poor thing.
a press conference.
Yeah.
I'd love to be part of a press conference.
Is that like option number 3? You can say no, Or
then he shits on the floor, and now we gotta turn the plane around. I mean,
set her down, get him out of there if that's the case. No, nobody should have to wipe another man. No, a sky waitress brings you drinks. That's it.
Yeah.
A pillow, maybe.
Is there a way to resolve this? Everyone can save face, and we don't have to fucking park the plane really quick for a few hours and get him off. I mean, can we give him a bucket or something? Close the curtain, let him shit in a bucket, or
that doesn't solve the wiping problem, Mike.
I think you take one look at him when he comes up with his ticket to board, and you just go, absolutely not. No. Turn around,
this isn't gonna work.
Full refund is coming your way. Absolutely not.
Let's all be honest with ourselves.
Yeah. Anyone else feel comfortable with us kicking this fatso off the plane? I guarantee you will get no resistance from the other people in the lobby there.
You say that, but actually it's not really affecting you.
Jay said it's not protected. I can kick the fatso off the plane, apparently.
That's not what I'm saying. You said that everyone would agree, and if I were on the plane and he's in the back there and it's just the sky waitress's problem, I still want to get to where I'm going on time, dude.
I know, but if he shits on the floor, you turn it around, you're back in L.A.
Okay. I'm saying I don't want that.
He'd argue his weight problem's a disability. Then you'd have the Americans with Disabilities Act issue.
But I thought fatso isn't protected.
No, that's you brought in employment civil rights law, and it really wasn't applicable.
Yeah, I'm not a lawyer.
It's fun to conversate about it, but it
wasn't apt at all, Mike.
No,
I'm not a lawyer, so I wing it. I do the best I can.
Dude would argue he's fucking disabled.
So who are protected dick faces? Women? Is gay protected? Is gays protected, right?
Yeah.
Is gay.
The gays.
The gay is protected. Is the trans protected?
Yeah.
Fuck. And fat is protected, or it's not? Fuck.
I mean, look. I just don't think you have to wipe his ass.
I know, but you can just see as he's walking up, you can just go, no, that's going to be a problem. He's not going to fit in 2 seats. He's going to require 3. He's going to have to shit at some point on this flight, and there's no way he can get in that tiny bathroom and wipe his own ass. This is a problem. So I think as a wait staff, you get together, you huddle up, and you go, you guys, let's make a decision right now. We can just lie, say he said something really, really offensive, and then we've got rights to boot him.
I want to go back to something you just said. We know he's going to shit at some point during this long flight. Does everybody shit during a flight?
Yeah.
No, come on. I never shit during. Right. I don't know that I've ever shat during a flight.
I see a lot of people going up to that lavatory.
Yeah, you're pissing.
A lot of people are in there way too long, and there's not a chick.
Yeah, they're banging some.
Nope.
They're killing time. They don't want to be.
I'm just saying, on an international flight that's 12
smoking.
hours or something.
They're doing drugs.
Maybe. Yeah, I've done all that stuff. But 12-hour flight or something.
12 hours.
And you're getting multiple meals, and that guy's not eating the best shit. Yeah. I imagine
Who doesn't poo before they have to go on something like that?
Do you think that guy has controlled poos at set times of the day, sir? Please. It is an emergency every time that guy goes.
Well, dude, not only does he not have controlled poos, probably, but he knew what he wanted. He wanted this, dude. He wanted them. I mean,
he's demanding it.
He's a scat freak,
right?
Yeah.
And no matter how many pairs of latex you put on, you still feel that warmth.
Ugh.
You still feel that slime, right? I mean, you guys.
So it's not sweaty at all.
You guys have picked up fresh doggy dew, right, with the plastic bag.
Makes me almost gag. Yeah. Dude, imagine the wafting scent too when you crack that door open.
Man poop.
Big fat man poop, too. It's not like a little dainty baby.
Greasy fat man poop.
Yeah. What do they call that when a baby's first born and his shit doesn't stink
yet?
Yeah,
I can't
What's
say
that thing called?
Merconium.
Merconium. Yeah. He's not taking merconium dumps, dude.
It looks like tar. It's really gross.
Yeah.
But it is nice.
But it doesn't stink. Yeah. If he could prove he was taking merconium dumps. Merconium, yeah. You got it. If he could prove he was still taking merconium dumps, I'm all in.
Different story.
But he's not.
No.
He's not.
Hey, insurance, we all need it. Most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who even provides it. Well, that fellow TDC listener, Brent Wasik from Wasik Insurance Services, changed all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business. He offers all types of insurance coverage, auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Brent's a great guy. Call him today at 734-455-1900 for a free, no obligation quote.
Hey, did you hear about that figure skater that killed himself?
I did, and I saw today that there's perhaps going to be some details about him having been accused of underage
sexual misconduct of some sort. Yeah. It's a sad story. I don't know what the details are. We haven't seen the details yet. You just get this story of, I don't know, he's like 31 or 33.
Former Olympian dude. Was he a medalist? I didn't.
He was a 2-time national champion, I believe.
Okay. I didn't recognize the name.
No, John Coughlin, but
I'm sure in the business everybody knows him though.
Yeah, and everybody's saying the same thing, like what a generous, kind, loving, all that kind of stuff.
Everybody's saying that?
Oh, well, not a couple of people,
Yeah.
but most people in the industry that worked with
A couple
teachers,
young boys or young girls, whatever.
Boys, girls, I don't know.
We'll find out.
I don't know. So he claimed that there were these rampant, unsubstantiated rumors regarding the suspension. So he gets suspended. Accusations are filed with the committee, whatever their
USOC or whatever it is.
Right.
U.S.
so
Olympic Committee.
They do what they do, which is, okay,
Immediately suspend
while we investigate. But part of their policy is to make it public. Like they put a statement out on their website saying so-and-so is suspended for this, but they don't give any details at all. And so the story sits there for a while. This was a couple months ago that he got suspended while they investigate. There's a popular skating like YouTube site, right? They found that, and then they put it up on their website, which led to tens of thousands of speculative comments talking about a child rapist and a fucking this. I mean, just shit all over him. Nobody knows anything. Nobody has any information or details. And it drove this guy to levels where he ended up killing himself. And I don't know if he shot himself or hung himself, whatever. But, he apparently he was saying, like, this is so unfair and so not true. Just having unsubstantiated rumors out there, an accusation. And, it drove this guy to kill himself because that's what we do now. We just assume, oh, he must be guilty of it. Someone said it, so he is, without any information. And, they're almost blaming this YouTube site. Like, look, I hope you're happy that you drove a guy who we all know as one of the sweetest, kindest, most giving people. No one has a bad thing to say about him. I've got a couple people, maybe.
Maybe. A couple young ones. We'll find out.
So, I don't know. It opened the door for these internet trolls to just pile on with no mercy. I mean, we see it every time something hits the internet. It's just like the need to make your voice heard and your opinion given on something fuck all about. The problem is there are real people behind these stories. People, they laugh. It's funny to joke about E being retarded or me being fat or anything else. But it's like, E's a real fucking person. So am I. Enough people call you a fat fucking piece of shit. How do you get onto a plane? You start to listen to it, and you hear that shit over and over. I can only imagine if someone made an accusation about you of that nature, and then without any consideration for the fact that you're a human being, it's like, no, let's just see if we can drive this guy to kill himself. Well, you did. Hope you're happy. I don't know if this is ever going to change. People are like, yeah, hopefully this will send a message and people will learn. I was like, oh, that's adorable. No, won't change. You know why? Because people don't know him. He's not a real person to them. He's not a real human to them.
It's a game for a lot of these Twitter trolls.
Dude, you are a name in a story. You're just part of the fucking attack thing. But it's really hard to separate that, What some fucking asshole 3,000 miles away who doesn't know you's never met you says about you doesn't matter. But that's hard for, Anyway, I'm trying to see if they've got to go be set up, but you can find it. I just thought it was really sad, because if this guy didn't do anything, and not saying he did or didn't, I have no idea. I don't know. I think it's just sad anytime someone kills themselves because assholes can't help but.
Stop being a dick, Twitter.
Yeah, stop being dicks, people. I wonder if there could be a lawsuit filed at some point.
Just be generally nice.
Do you think someone will file a lawsuit and set precedent for the fact that, some Twitter or some YouTube site put something out that led to the.
You could show the causation.
I mean, how could you not?
How could you not? What do you mean? How could you not?
Well,
there's a lot of things that go into a person's mind when they get in to that extent where they're killing themselves.
Yeah. I don't know, but if he writes a note and says, I can't take it anymore, I can't stop reading these comments on this YouTube thing, and it's destroyed my good name, my character, it's character assassination, it's ruined my life, and blah, 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 and then you're killing yourself. I mean, it's
I feel like we've had, I'm trying to pick my brain here. I feel like there's been a case like this, no? Like where
Oh, you're talking about the girl who
girl-
texted her boyfriend?
Yeah, like,
to
yeah,
kill
go ahead and do
himself?
it. Go ahead and do it, you pussy.
Yeah.
You know, just kill yourself then. Nobody, you know, you're worthless, this and that. She was prosecuted.
She was. That's right. And she was that little fucking, devil.
Yeah,
Cute.
seriously.
She was cute.
Was she?
But-
Come on.
Yeah, she
I
was.
think
She
you're
was
overstating
cute.
it.
She was young.
Jesus, pull her up.
I don't
Bing
even.
it.
I'm trying to remember what was that.
Girl who
Yeah.
encouraged boyfriend to commit suicide, charged with crime.
He was in his truck. The way he did it was he did the exhaust, I
Yeah.
think, and so got the carbon monoxide poisoning. And he was like, "I love you. I don't think I want to do it." He had threatened suicide so many times, and she was like, "Just do it, pussy. Just do it. You won't. It's all the same. You won't. You won't."
Imagine.
And then he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna do it." She's like, "Okay, call me when you're there, and let me know when it's going on." He's in the truck, and he gets out. He's like, "I don't think I can do it." She's like, "Get back in that truck right now,
That's
right now."
insane.
And he ended up fucking killing himself. And then she was like, "My dear Roy."
Yeah, man.
Oh, it was holding softball charity
Hell yeah,
events
she
in his
was.
name. Yeah. And then they found the texts.
The text string, the damning text string. What do we have, Isis?
You-
Cute, really,
Well,
really,
yeah.
Mike?
Okay.
Boy,
okay.
memories fade.
I
don't
should have
they?
said young and blonde. That's
She
what I
looks
meant.
like the female version of that guy in Poltergeist too. God damn.
She looks like Wednesday Addams.
She
with
looks like
blonde
Wednesday
hair.
Addams had sex with Tom Petty and birthed a child.
Yeah, and a forehead. Tom Petty, her, Wednesday Addams, and a forehead. We're in a five-way.
God damn, she's gross, dude.
All those eyebrows. Fuck.
Yeah.
She fucked a caterpillar.
How could you come away from that story thinking she was cute? Oh, Michael.
I just remember young
Oh,
blonde.
Michael.
It's the eyes, dude. Look at the blue eyes. It's like ocean. I want to dive into those eyes. I want to fix her. How old is she? E?
I don't.
Is it possible she's gonna fill out at some point and become?
No,
like-
she's gross. She's a murderer.
Yeah. No. Damn, my bad.
Hey, if you want to write into the show, send us your thoughts to email at DetroitCast.com. Moreover, if you want to post into the show
Yeah.
or send E some anthrax, something like that, you can send it to P.O. Box 250-268, Franklin, Michigan, 48025. Also, we should mention our GoFundMe at this point.
Yep.
Go to GoFundMe, search the Detroit Cast. The post, it'll also be in our show post for the day.
8
Probably.
days.
It's not 8 days.
No.
It's not. Don't believe
It's like
that.
4 days.
Yeah, jeez.
We're at $6,510. Embarrassing, but not the end of the world. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you guys. Who do we got? Dan Rankin gave $100. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Daniel.
Kurt Sargent. Every time I see his name, it's like, yes, I want to
I want to salute the
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I picture him just in fatigues.
Yeah.
You know,
Just walking
Kurt
around
Sargent.
in fatigue.
Sergeant
I mean,
Slaughter.
if he's not in the military, it's a fucking shame, right?
Sergeant.
Sergeant.
That'd be
Sergeant.
bizarre. Corporal Sergeant.
I don't know what the numeric 44 represents. Maybe that got us.
He was
to-
probably trying to get it even. What are we at right now?
Yeah,
65,
people
10.
play that game for sure. I almost put $9 in earlier because I just wanted it to get to freaking an even number.
Yeah.
Scroll down.
We
Steve
need that
Doggett.
one guy. We need that guy who emailed in about show numbers. I forget who it was, but he was like, "Oh my God, my OCD's kicking in because Mike missed a couple days and now the show numbers are
Oh, yeah.
odd.
Yeah.
And you're gonna start with an odd number at the beginning of the week, and I need it to be 0 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need that guy to come in and round this out. Just go an even
just
10.
every day.
Just go an even 10.
Just come in and all day long he just keeps adding 10 to make it even. So we got Steve Doggett, $100. Thank you, Steve. Todd Freeble. You know what, Todd? Freeblecorn? Freiblecorn? Todd, why are you making this difficult? Can't you change your name to just Corn? Todd Corn.
There you go. It's changed.
Yeah, Todd Corn gave us $25. Daniel Patel, Patel, Patel,
That
$100. That's fancier, Patel, right?
Yeah.
Christian Eves with $50. Matt Bellish with $50. Kara Menino, $50. Mindy Ambrose, she sounds hot, $50. James Pring, $50. Look at all these people.
Nice.
Thank you guys so
Thanks,
much.
everybody.
Is there more? E? Anyone
I
else?
mean,
we
I'm
should
sure.
mention?
Got to refresh it. Last time I had a hard time
I know
refreshing.
people that aren't supporting this are like, dude, fuck off. We don't want to hear everyone's names. Jess Beverly, Rich and Lori Abrams, Francis Fady. There we go. Thank you guys, all of you, so much. It really means the world to us. I promise Jay will be a very good steward of whatever money comes
I'll make
in.
sure these guys don't snort it.
No comment.
Chris writes into the grievance. Grievance has found me, purports Chris. Well, here we go. Greetings, fellas. Hopefully everyone is well enough to be there today. Oh, to my grievance, gender reveal parties. There's nothing more faggy than these stupid videos of someone hitting a blue or pink powder. filled ball or opening a box of balloons to show the gender of their stupid new kid. No one gives a shit. Stop trying to get free money for another baby-related party, especially after the baby shower. Now this. And then the kid's birthday. Cut it out. Grievance over. Thanks and have a pleasant day, Chris.
It's not very progressive either. I mean, how do you know what your baby's gender is? It hasn't even decided yet.
I know. What if the baby disagrees with what you say it is?
Hello?
Right. That's exactly a great point.
It's in the womb. The baby has not picked a gender yet that it identifies with, so you are a caveman if you're still doing those stupid things.
Is it bona fide?
I think we've bitched about this before.
We definitely have. We haven't presented it as a grievance, so it's not a stolen. Definitely. We did a story. We did the story where the guy shot.
Oh, in the Arizona
desert? The box. Yeah, in the Arizona desert. Blew up this big thing. He was gonna,
He filled it with some explosive that made it like a super explosion.
Yeah, kind of like it would make fireworks or some shit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that was his intent. It would be cool, and he would shoot it, and it would be fucking badass.
Like,
yeah.
Boom.
No, he didn't.
He didn't
cowboy rifle cock it.
I thought it was like a Red Ryder.
Probably a semi-auto 12 gauge. Just boom.
Mossberg.
Plug this thing, and then started a massive forest fire.
And you just saw blue, and then the nuclear bomb like ball, and it went up immediately.
It went from blue to red.
Yeah, and it was just basically dead grass because it's in the Arizona heat.
It's quite dry and arid.
It was wheat. He basically shot a fireball into, I don't know,
dried
100,000 acres of dried wheat, which went up incredibly fast.
It really did.
Yeah.
Like a tinderbox.
That one I was for. I think he caused $1 million worth of damage or
something.
Wasn't it? 800 firefighters.
I thought it was a shit ton. Like, they made him only pay like a few hundred thousand, hundreds.
Yeah,
of
it might have been way more than that.
Yeah.
You're right, because it was tens of thousands of acres destroyed.
Yeah. But geez, what do I rule this?
So it's just over gender reveal parties in general.
Yeah, I feel like it's not super affecting. At times it would affect maybe once in your life. How many of these things you go into, man?
Well, I've never been to one, but
I've never been to one either.
I think what he's doing, I'm going to say bona fide because I like the idea of sending the message that stop it. Stop thinking you're special. Stop trying to show off. Like, oh, more time on me. I need a baby shower. I need a fucking this shower. I need a whatever. Like and now you've added this new thing, gender reveal party. You used to just go, do you know what the sex is? And they go, yeah, we asked the doctor, it's a girl. Or no, we don't want to find out till it's born.
Right.
Now it's like, because do you care? Like if I go there and it's like, if it's a blue balloon comes out of the box, pink
a lot
balloon,
of this shit is just Instagram driven, right?
Yeah.
Shouldn't we just blame Instagram?
Or Pinterest. This has a Pinteresty feel to it.
Sure does.
Where you can look up, successful gender reveals.
Oh, it's a Steve situation too in reality. I mean, it's just one person did something, and now it's like, you're not doing that for your kid? You won't have the pictures to show the kid that won't care about it.
Yeah.
Bona fide as fuck.
Yeah, bona fide. I'm going to say bona fide.
No, man.
That's mine.
I say bona fide minus.
And I think he's right about the Steve aspect of it. Think about what's happened now with prom, asking a girl to prom.
Yeah.
One fucking dickhead had to
sign.
Had to have a fucking helium balloon go
but
up
again,
and explode
dude,
over the school. And
the core of this is all Instagram and Snapchat and shit.
I know. Pinterest. Don't discount Pinterest, dude.
Yeah,
Pinterest is fucking with a lot of women's heads.
Pinterest in 3 years.
Well,
so there is a lot of whimsy on Pinterest. I'll give you that.
They make it look easy. Do little arts and crafts at the home to make yours special.
Oh my God, all those every room on Pinterest looks like just a model.
Yeah.
Just absolute beautiful room. Like what? You know what? It's not how houses really look. Fuck off.
I love the Pinterest fails where people post videos of them trying to do the really easy
thing.
This bun cake is super easy to do. You just do this and that, frost it this way, and ta-da, you've got the most beautiful, luxurious bun cake ever. And it's like, man, here's my attempt.
Yeah.
And it's just a hunk of shit on a plate.
Or there's that like mommy blogger or whatever who tries to get in those supermodels outfits. Have you seen that lady? She's just gross. She's just like,
why is she doing?
She's just an overweight mom who's just like, look, this is how real women are. And she tries to get into these skin tight things that models show these women as like, oh, this is what's trendy now.
But isn't that just like we know what fat old lady looks like in supermodels clothes?
I thought it was unnecessary too.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, no shit. What did you think you were gonna look like?
Viral, so
you really thought you were gonna look like a?
No, she knows she looks shitty, but it's just her. It's her shtick.
Okay, fine. Let her have that shtick. She sounds brave.
She does.
That's what she
Fierce.
sounds to me is
Fierce.
brave. You go, girl.
We'll save the rest for tomorrow.
I am woman, hear me roar. Too big to ignore. All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging with the show today. Thank you for the support with the GoFundMe. It's still out there. Jay will have it in the post on today's show. If you see it going around Facebook, encourage people to help out. We're going to won't have it going too long. So hit it while you can. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.